Voyagers. My name is Julie, and I am here today to show you what we got on our pin haul. Now, it happened to coincide with Disney's Destination D23 event. So, a lot of pin traders came to Orlando to trade, and I'd love to show you what I got. So, let's head out on our voyage. All right, you guys. So if you would have told me the day before this pin trading event that I was going to start collecting some of the pins that I got, I don't know that I would have believed you. However, sometimes you see a pin and you're like, I have to have that. And that just so happens with the first pin. And this is, I think, the first trade really that I made of the day. It happened with this pin. So I'm going to show it to you guys. Now, this pin that I traded for is from the Heroes vs. Villains pin set. So you have Shere Khan on one side, and then you have Mowgli on the other. And this is a super hefty duty pin. It is a LE 900, so not super low edition, but as you can see, it's a really nice quality. And I saw it and I was like, I think I need to start collecting this. And with that being said, I also traded for almost every single pin that you're about to see, except one from the same person I just traded with that with. And we trade usually about once a month with this lady at one of the local pin trading events. So this is an older pin. This is a waffle back. And this is Mowgli walking around like an elephant. If you've seen the movie, you know this scene from the movie. It is classic. But this has a waffle back on it, so you know it's an older style pin. Those are harder to get, but it's also really hard to kind of put a value on those pins. Along with that scene, then you have the elephant that goes right along with him. Super cute. Again, a much older style pin. I usually just trade waffle back for waffle back. This pin I got as well. It is Bagheera. And then the other pins that I got are, I think, from a little bit of a different series because it has their name on the back. It also has the year. These came from 2002. And here you have Shere Khan. I'll put up a photo of the back so that you can see it. But it has his name and the year and the waffle back stamp on it. Next we come to Ka, also from 2002. Really cool pin. And then Bagheera. Now they had to work really hard to try to fit his name on the back because he's a smaller pin. We have King Louie. Now this is a limited edition of 3,000. So I guess I collect the Jungle Book now. With that being said, I plan on this being a super small collection. I don't want it to be massively big, but still super fun. The next pin that I want to talk with you guys about is from the Disney's Heroes vs. Villain. Now, Nik and I released a video talking about these pins. This is the gift pin that you got from going to the event. And Nik and I did an unboxing, and unfortunately, Nik only got one of the slider pins to go in this that he wanted. So it was my job to be on the hunt that day for some of the slider pins that he wanted. And you guys, I only found one. No one had these pins to trade. So I was super baffled, like, I thought that this was going to be a common pin at this event. It was not. A lot of people said they had them, they just didn't bring them. But these are the sliders. So this is Ichabod, and this would go right into that pin. And so I believe there's just 2 more that Nick's looking for, but hopefully at the next pin trading event, we will be able to find it. All right, here we go. Here is another waffle back. I found a lot of older pins, which is fun. This is from the Lion King. A very old pin, but super fun. We don't have a very big Lion King collection. It's little, but it's still fun. Next, I want to show you guys, this is Flit. And this is from Pocahontas. This is a pin from a mystery box called Disney Birds, I think. And they don't make a lot of this character. And so I thought it would look really nice on my Pocahontas board. So that's why I got that. Next, going into, we already kind of mentioned this pin, but it's of a different character. This is the Heroes vs. Villains, and this is Mulan on one side and Shan Yu on the other. And it also has the year that the movie came out. I really wish we would have gotten these mystery boxes, but you know, that's life. Another small, tiny collection that we have is Wreck-It Ralph. And then you have King Candy on the other side. Another pin that I got from that pin trading event is the Mayor. My husband collects Nightmare Before Christmas, but it is an older pin, but super nice, and I thought it would go really well in his collection. These are the last 2 pins, at least on this page, are something that I got for my mom. She collects Donald. This is an older style Donald waffleback. She typically collects Angry Donald, but I thought she would like that. And then this fits into the Angry Donald. This says, I don't tweet, I quack. It's a nice hefty duty pin. So these are some of the bigger pins that I traded for in the event. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie or not, but it's called Ron Gone Wrong. And I loved it. I can't remember the last time that I laughed so incredibly hard. If you enjoy the character Baymax from Big Hero 6 and Eve from WALL-E, then it's almost like you took those 2 characters and smushed them into one while being silly. So the movie is called Wrong Gone Wrong. Now, my husband was able to get me this pin before the pin trading event, but I knew I wanted them. I just didn't want to spend the higher prices. I don't believe this is going to be that big of a Disney movie, even though it should be. Okay, I'm just saying that, guys. It was an awesome movie. I highly recommend that you see it. But I know that the prices are most likely going to go down on this guy just because I just don't think it's going to be that popular. So I was kind of trying to wait. I didn't want to shell the money out for them. With that being said, though, I was able to trade for everything I wanted. So this first pin, there's 3 pins in the trade that I made. This is Ron and the other B-Bots. So super cute. Next you have Ron and the other B-Bots can change their skin color so they can have different patterns. And then from that part of the last trade, this is my favorite pin of all of them. This is probably the pin that I wanted the most. This is the logo on Ron's box. And last but not, so that was that part of the trade. I traded 2 Hercules DEC pins for these 3 Ron Gone Wrong. And then I traded another lady, and I cannot think of off the top of my head what pin I traded her for. But I traded for Ron sleeping on the charger. And this is probably my second favorite pin out of that series. Okay, my last big trade that I made of the day was actually a pre-trade before this event. And this, I think it was with JD Collectibles, if I'm not mistaken. We traded So those pins got me a grail. You guys, I did not think that I was probably ever going to own this Moana WDI profile. This goes for a ton of money. And I know that when Nick and I first started pin trading, I never thought that this is a pin that I would one day ever own. But this is why I cannot stress enough. Pin trading helps you get what you want, as opposed to shelling out like $900 to $1,200 for a pin. That's ridiculous. It's unheard of. That's why pin trading is so important. So I'm going to do a whole video on pin trading and kind of guesstimating on what pins are going to be popular and what pins aren't. But that way you're not just spending all your money on these pins and then it's not really getting you to where you want to go. And then the last trade that I made of the day were for the Moana Adorbs. Now I don't really collect the Adorb sets, but these little Kakamora coconut pins from the Adorbs I decided that I would trade for those so that they can go on my Moana board. That is pretty much it for this pin trading event. It was such a pleasure hanging out with you guys. So until next time, we'll see you on our next voyage.
Wherever we're going, I could not say for sure. Better not knowing, but it's better than before. But here's the cure. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine, everybody join the fun line, ain't nobody left behind. Possible we're drifting, but it doesn't seem to be. Findable what's missing, but we've never missed a beat. Can't you see? Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine, everybody join the fun line, ain't nobody left behind.